What's up, fabulous friends? Welcome back to Makeup in 10 with your girl, AMMA Joe. Okay, so if you're following the series, you should have already seen the video on your primer, the foundation. I also talk about the products that I like to use for my skincare regimen, which is very simple. We put a little bit of mineral shadow, and so you can catch up with those things. And we talked about foundation. And now the next step that I do, everybody does it different ways, but the next step I do is blush. I have my big blush brush, which you can get on Shop Amajo. It is so much fun. It's this big brush with this beautiful handle, synthetic. No animals were harmed. No doggies, no ponies, no horses, no nothing. All right, synthetic. It's a really beautiful brush, and we're actually using the new Blush It Up combination, which is, you can also get it on Shop Amajo. This is the first color duo that we have, and we'll release more. It's always been difficult for me as a woman of color, especially with dark chocolatey skin, to find blush. I just could never find the right blush. So I decided to create something, which the great thing about this is it doesn't matter. If you are a beautiful Caucasian woman with gorgeous blonde hair, you can use this pink color, really any of these colors. The great things about these shades, and the reason why I created this, is because this will really work on any skin tone. Indian with the red undertones, Asian with the yellow. It doesn't really matter. These colors will work on you. So I'm going to apply a little bit of this blush here. And I'm going to use kind of like the dark coral side with my big blush brush. And when you're putting on blush, you know how they tell you, smile and then blush it up. And that's why we call it blush it up. So smile, blush it up. Don't be afraid to go heavy with it in the beginning, because you can always go back and, fix it. See how it just starts to color you in? Like I said, blush is supposed to enhance, and it's supposed to warm up your complexion. It is not supposed to make you look made up. All right, I think that's enough. I love this brush. I'm so crazy. So, okay, so you see how blush goes? And I know there's a lot of people that go, I don't wear blush. I don't have time for that. But if you're really going out for a nice night on the town and you've already put a little foundation on, you might as well go on and put a little blush on, honey. It's only going to take you like 30 seconds. That's it. That's all I do for my blush. Sometimes I layer it on way too much. Sometimes my husband goes, you look very red. Chocolate people don't look red. Okay, anyways, so that's what I do for my blush. And again, I really do not touch up my blush during the day. I put my blush on and I'm done with it. I do not have time to be retouching stuff all day long. Now, if I do have a really long day where I know that I'm kind of doing my 8 to 5 and then I have an evening engagement to go to, I will bring my blush and, but usually I just kind of apply it at the beginning of the day, and then however I look at the end of the day is however I look. So very quickly, that's how you do your blush. You smile, you start with the apple of your cheeks, you work your way up. You just, right underneath your eye line here is where you want the blush to get to. And that's really it. That's all that you have to do. That's all you have to do for putting your blush on. That's it. So I'm going to show you a neat little trick what I do in terms of this is for the plus. This is, like you go to McDonald's and you supersize your fries. This is how you supersize your blush. And it's a little bit of contouring, and I get this it's a brown powder. It's a contouring powder actually for your eyebrows. And I get it from CVS. But I use it to contour everywhere. So when I'm having a day and I want to look a little made up, but I don't have time to do the full contouring, which I'll show you in another video, I do this. And excuse me, but I dropped this and it's shattered. But it usually does not come, it's a pressed brown powder. So if you're going to contour, I use this dark powder because it fits for my skin. Obviously, if you're really, really light skin, you don't want to use this dark brown powder. Let me show you how to do it, and then I'll give you some tips on it. So you see where your cheekbone is, the bottom of your cheekbone is, and you just do a little line, do the fish face, and right under your blush. And the thing that adds is it just adds a little bit of shape to your face. You know, if you have a very round face and you kind of want to look a little more made up, or you just want a little more definition to your face. I have a very round face, an apple face, which I love, but sometimes I just want to have that Victoria's Secret look. I don't know why I said Victoria's Secret. So you just put a little of that contouring right underneath your cheekbone here, and you just work it in a little bit. Don't bring it in too far. A makeup artist would probably disagree with this, but that's okay. So you just do a little contouring like that. If you really want to get fancy with it, then I just do a little bit on the sides of my chin just to pronounce them a little bit, and then just a little bit right here. We're not going to get into crazy contouring today. But anyways, that's your next step if you want to blush it up. Add a little blush, add a little color. Okay, so stay tuned. Next, we're going to talk a little bit more about a little more contouring that you can do before you get into your eyebrows. So stay tuned to Makeup in 10.
To a place where I come alive, I imagine where limitless. Feel the wave of resistance. In a place we are infinite. I fly. Feel the wind overtake you now. I fly. See the people around you. There's nothing to conquer now, and there's nothing to fear. I fly, fly, fly. Feel the wind overtake you now. The people